Hello, online crew. Let's talk about Facebook advertising today. When do you know you're ready to delve in the big wide world of Facebook ads? And when do you know whether it's a good idea in your business and, putting money towards something like Facebook advertising, and what's the benefit of it, and where should you be at your point in the business, before you sort of go down that track. So that's what I'm going to focus on today's live. We'll talk about all things well, not all things, because if we talked about all things Facebook advertising, we would be here for hours. So when we delve into the area of Facebook advertising, it can get really complicated, and there's a lot to know in a lot of different areas. Playing around with something like Ads Manager, things like that. It can be a minefield to sort of navigate your way through. So I'll give you some basics today and just give you a little bit of a snapshot, I guess, of where I think you should be relative to my journey and the students that I mentor in relation to specifically sort of Facebook advertising. So I am guessing that Facebook is not letting me see comments today because I can't see any comments come up, but I can see some likes and loves. So if you are joining me here today, there's Olive. I can pick your head. So it's pick the head game today. So send me some likes and loves. Please still say hello. Tell me where you're coming in from in the comments section. Facebook plays these wonderful games with me where, we've got Kelly there, we've got Sean, we've got Rob, we've got, who else have we got there? So I have to sort of pick the head of your profile picture because Facebook often doesn't let me see comments. I have for the last 2 days and it's been awesome. But I do have my trusty backup phone for those of you that experience this problem. It is a good idea to have a backup phone. This doesn't have a SIM card in it or anything like that. It's just on Wi-Fi in the house. So as long as I've got Wi-Fi, I can get the internet, which means I can get my business page, which means I can see me live. So if I go to my page and pull up my live, if it will let me see my live, then at least I can say hello to you every now and again. If you are catching the replay, just put the word replay down below so I can tune in with you guys and say hello later. So I don't need to listen to myself though, I just need to see. So who have we got here? Let me have a look. We've got Edith. Hello Edith. Hello Sean. Hello Olive. Andrew. Rob. Who else have we got here? Kelly. So awesome to see you guys here. So continue to say hello because I'll pick up your comments down below. And if we have not met before, my name is Helen Martin. I'm your online crew captain and I represent a community here of awesome home-based business owners. So we are representative of small business owners, entrepreneurs, network marketers, direct sellers, those in MLM, learning to leverage social media to build your business online with modern social media strategies. So gone are the days of chasing people. We don't want to convince anybody or chase anybody to buy anything off us or join us in our business. So when we learn to leverage social media the right way, we can attract people to us. Is that not what we all want, guys? So if you're here with me live, put down, or the replay, put down the palm tree emoji. If you're part of my free Facebook community, which is called Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners, put the little fish emoji down below. Anybody is welcome to join that Facebook group. So that's where I share all sorts of tips and articles and training to do with social media, all sorts of different things. So it's completely free. Request to join. Happy to have you part of that group. And those of you that are on my online crew leaders, you get to put the cruise ship down below. Who are my leaders that are online at the moment? I can't even see top fans. At the moment. So put the cruise ship down below if you are part of my online crew coaching community. These are my online crew leaders, people that are learning to be leaders in social media and, truly build their business online with practical steps. That's what I do over there. Oh, and guys, I've come across something, those of you in my coaching community, I've come across something really cool that's going to be awesome for those of you in the video challenge as well. It's a little piece of software that I've come across and I'm going to go and test it in the group after this live. You're going to love it. It's completely free, but I'm testing it. So I may change my mind, but I want to go into the group and show you what it is. So there's all sorts of benefits of being in my coaching community. And next week, we're doing an attraction marketing bootcamp. So I'm going to share in that coaching community, those of you that are in there, how I've managed to get 60 plus people, almost 70, join my network marketing business in the last few months. So I'm sharing my complete journey from start till now, where I've just had all this success in my network marketing business. So that's the next bootcamp that's happening next week in Online Crew Coaching. If you want to get access to that, you can get in for $1. The link, I'm going against the grain, guys. Hey Sandrine, I saw your head. Oh, I saw Julie's head too. I can't even see comments down here now. So keep giving me your heads. There's Sandrine. Hello, your gorgeous profile picture. Sandrine, I'm going against the grain. I'm doing something that I tell you not to do, and I've got links in the description above. Every now and again, I like to throw it in there to see how bad my organic reach gets. So I'm testing that out today. Normally when you put external links in the description above, Facebook canes you for it because Facebook knows that you are sending people off their platform to somewhere else, and they don't like that. Every now and again, I just like to test it, and every time I do it, I go, damn, it's right. But hey, throw wind to the caution and just, mix some stuff up every now and again. But even though I can't see your comments, please, say hello and interact with me, and I'll pick up on your comments later. So, Facebook advertising, when are you ready for it? So I don't know if there's necessarily a point where you go, yeah, absolutely ready and waiting for Facebook ads, because it's quite daunting. So anything that's daunting can be overwhelming, and you sort of get into it and go, I don't really understand this. I don't understand the objectives. I don't understand the different types of ads. I don't understand the audiences. I don't understand the reach. I don't understand, all the budget and the optimization and how to set it up and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's really quite sort of complicated, but it can be, if you know what you're doing, it can be really, really beneficial for you. And when you learn to put $1 into a Facebook ad and get 3 back, then you can scale. So when you know how to use Facebook advertising the right way, it can actually be really good. But I just want to keep this really general and just have a sort of a brief discussion with you about which point in your business would you be ready for it and should start tackling it, okay? And there's one type of ad that I would sort of recommend that you, tackle first. I'm not even getting any comments on my other phone now. So can somebody just send me some likes and loves that you can still see me and hear me okay? Because I'm a little bit concerned here that I can't see comments on my other phone as well. So just to make sure I'm not talking to myself. Okay, thank you, Sandrine and Kelly, the heads that I saw first pop up. So thank you for that, because I can't even use my spare phone at the moment. So all good. So the very first thing you need to have in place when you look at Facebook advertising, or even think about Facebook advertising, is a business page. So unless any of you have got a business page set up on Facebook, you can't do Facebook advertising. So that's the sort of step one. We want to have a look at a business page and set ourselves up. So when I say, when are you ready? You want to have a business page that's got a bit of activity on it, and you are very, very clear about what's going on that business page. Your branding is very specific, and you know what you're all about. You know the people that you are trying to attract. You know what your message to market is. You know what you want to help people with and the solutions that you want to provide for people with a particular problem. So this all ties in with the importance of branding. So yes, you can set up a business page. If you set up a business page and do Facebook advertising straight off the bat, so you've got very little content, you've got less than 100 people on your page, and you go out and do a Facebook ad, huge red flag, huge for Facebook, and very potentially would probably get your ad account shut down. You should never do a Facebook ad on a business page unless you've got a minimum of 100 people there. So step one is the business page. Step two is have some people on the page so Facebook knows that you're legitimate. Like you've actually got some people following you. So people that set up a business page It's all over the shop. There's no real branding on it. It's a picture of a landscape and a couple of words saying dream big or something like that. And you've got 20 people on your page and you go and do a Facebook ad. Good luck with that. That is not anywhere near being ready to tackle Facebook advertising. So the step one is the page. What is your branding on your page? What do you stand for? What do you want to be known for? All that kind of stuff. What's your message to market? What are you trying to teach people? Okay, that side of it. Not only that though, who are you trying to attract? Who is your target market? Who is your customer avatar? What problems are you trying to solve for those particular people? So it's the whole branding piece. If you have no idea what you're doing around that, again, description above, going against the grain. It'll probably kill my organic reach for this video, but hey, I'm just testing. You got to test. If you don't test, you don't know. So I often test and Facebook proves me that it's still right. So be it if that's the outcome of this video. But there's a link up above. If you need help with all that stuff, you don't know what your brand is, you don't know what you're saying, you don't have a position in the marketplace of what you stand for and what you're trying to teach people, then you really need to look at that. Because I wouldn't be doing any kind of advertising unless you are absolutely crystal clear of what your niche market is and who you are trying to attract. When I say that though, let me just add to that, it doesn't mean your brand can't evolve. It doesn't mean you have to know all the answers from word go. And it's like, well, I'm not quite sure yet. I don't really know which direction I want to go in yet. That's okay. It doesn't have to be picture perfect from day one. Mine certainly wasn't, and I have evolved. And as your community grows online and your brand grows online and what you're teaching and what people connect with grows and builds, then your brand might evolve. But you've got to start somewhere, and somewhere is not a picture of a landscape on all of the sunrise or a field of flowers or daffodils or something like that. That is not a business page. If someone goes to your business page and looks at it and goes, I don't really know what they do, you're not ready for Facebook advertising by any means. Okay, so let me plant, I may be being strong with this message, but for good reason, because Facebook advertising is one of the fastest ways you can lose money. And people say to me all the time, I put all these money in ads and I've boosted posts, and I'll get to that in a second, and I've done this and I've done that, and it's like, okay, so what training have you done? What do you understand about this objective or that objective, and where are you sending your audience, and what's your reach and whatever? And they go, huh? It's like, there's no way you should be doing Facebook advertising because you don't even know what you're doing. And where is the Facebook advertising coming from? Okay, this page here. Well, let's look at that page. Oh, it's a picture of a sunset. How can anybody work out what you do or what you represent when there's no branding on your page? So before you tackle any kind of advertising, you need to get your branding piece sorted out. And that comes to, and once again, if you need help with that, I'm starting again next week, the 8th round of my branding, strategies. Click the link above. Okay, so there's help there if you need it, but you've got to have all that sorted out first. I'm sorry guys, I can't see any comments on my spare phone either. So if you are communicating or commenting with me, I can't see anything. Just send me some likes and love every now and again, just to let me know that you can still see me and hear me okay, because I have no idea what you're saying, if anything at all. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate just the heads popping up every now and again, because I'm not getting anything on my spare phone sort of either. So the branding piece needs to be sorted out. You need to have at least 100 people on that page, and you need to have a variety of content on that page, which is reflective of your brand. So what I mean by that is, if you've branded yourself one way and you're talking about completely different stuff on your Facebook Lives or your posts, and you have got a recipe going up one day, and you're talking about online strategies the next day, and you're talking about gardening the next day, and you're talking about something else the next day, and you've still got a picture of a sunset in your banner, people are going, I don't really know what this person does or what even they're teaching, because their content is not congruent with, even if you did have branding at the top, everything that's on your page is just random. You may be posting, but what are you posting? So the page has to be, your branding has to be done, you just have to get that sorted out before you even think of any kind of Facebook advertising. Otherwise, you're just pissing your money up against the wall, guys. It won't work. And on top of that, unless you know how to run Facebook ads and the different kind of objectives, like a traffic ad versus a conversion ad versus a engagement ad versus a likes campaign versus video views ads. And then when you get into the ad, the targeting, the audience, the reach, the objective, all that kind of stuff. If you don't know anything about that, then please don't do Facebook ads. Okay? Now, one of the things people try, because Facebook puts a slap bang in front of you, is this little boost button. So let's say you do have a business page. Let's say you do have half your branding sorted out, and Facebook sends you these little messages that says this post is performing 95% better than that post. You should boost it. So they're encouraging you to boost. So you push the boost button, but you still don't know what you're doing. You've had no training around how to boost. You've had no training around, interests and audiences and all that kind of stuff. You're just pushing the button and sending it out there. Once again, depending on your post, your objective, your targeting, very, very quick way to lose money. And a very quick way to get your ad account shut down, unless you know what you can do and can't do in relation to Facebook advertising, particularly in this industry. So this industry, when you move into Facebook advertising, it's very difficult to get some ads approved. And Facebook is getting tighter and tougher on advertisements around this industry. And if you purely promote something to do with money-making activities online, you're going to get yourself into trouble. If it's not now, it's going to be later. So that's not the kind of thing Facebook wants to see. So if you are leading your ad or your capture page, what we call a capture page, which if you don't know what that means, that's where they collect an email address to lead to something else. If that is purely regarding like a money-making online business, money-making thing, if your ads are not getting shut down now, then they may be in the future. Now, I'm not saying that Facebook ads don't work. I'm not saying that they can't work in this industry. They absolutely can. I've had very successful Facebook ads. I still continue to do Facebook ads. Some of you may even be here because you found me through a Facebook ad. So they're very, very lucrative when you know what you're doing. So my warning to you is don't go and throw money at Facebook ads unless you know what you're doing. You've got a coach or a mentor or somebody showing you what to do, or you've gone through some kind of training regarding it. Please don't tackle it unless you've got some kind of established business page. Now, I'm not saying you have to have 6 months worth of content on it or anything, but you need to have your branding sorted out. You need to know who you are online, what your message to market is, who your target market is, who your customer avatar. That's all the stuff that I go through. I work with you guys for a month to sort all of this stuff out. So in a month, you can have a perfectly ready to go, business branded Facebook page. So then if you want to in the future, you can do some Facebook advertising, okay? So back to my boosted post. So boosted post, Facebook shoves it in front of people and says, this post is doing better than others, boost it, promote it, whatever. So you push the button and then you're thinking, well, there's $10 down the tube. There's $15 down the tube. So what's your objective of boosting the post? Have you even thought about that? And who are you boosting it to? So it would probably be, I would say, out of all the different advertising campaigns, boosting posts you can do off your page. All the rest of the objectives like a traffic ad, a conversion ad, engagement ad, a likes campaign, they all require you to know a little bit about the ads manager. So a boosted post is a really good place to start and play with Facebook advertising, but you want to keep your dollar amount low and you still want to know how to use a boosted post effectively, before you go and put any money to it. And please, a warning in this industry, get some knowledge around. If you've got a mentor, ask them the question. If you've got some training, go through it. Ask the question about what can and can't I do in relation to promoting in this industry. If you put a before and after shot up, maybe it's weight loss, maybe it's makeup, maybe it's skincare, something like that, and you put a post up on your business page or your personal page, you know, it won't get much reach, but you're not going to get into huge trouble for it. But when you try to advertise it, it will get disapproved, guarantee it. If it doesn't get disapproved straight away, it'll get disapproved maybe later. And for those of you that have had ads approved and 2 days or 3 days or a week later it gets disapproved, please don't be surprised. Facebook has bots in the background that scans all the material, scans all your images, and scans all your words. So what they're doing when your material goes up, it may actually get approved, but they're still scanning everything that goes up. So every now and again, you might get something that gets approved, but then a week later it gets disapproved. That's not unusual, so please don't be surprised if you play in this area and that's what happens. I had a really, really cool ad, an awesome Facebook ad that ran for over a year. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comment on it, massive social proof. Lots of, you know, people in this industry really connected with what I was saying in that ad. So it ran for a year and then it got shut down. So my ad ran for over a year and then it got shut down. So I appealed it, which you can do. There's ways and means around Facebook advertising if you get stuff disapproved. So don't panic about Facebook ads if that kinds of stuff happens, if you play in that area. But I appealed it, but I knew I wouldn't get it back up because there's language I used a year ago in a Facebook ad that I would not advise a student or anybody that I'm mentoring to use these days. It changes so quickly. You really need to keep up with what's going on in Facebook land, particularly if you're delving in the advertising area, because there are more and more restrictions and there's the goalposts change all the time. So it's really important that you, keep up to date. You know, you're in an environment where you're kept up to date by somebody, or about this kind of stuff if you're playing in that sort of area. Okay, so if you and I'm going to share in my bootcamp next week. Those of you that are in my online crew coaching community, you can access that above as well. That's the second link. I'm going through next week my attraction marketing bootcamp. So for 3 days next week after these lives, I'll be doing an attraction marketing bootcamp. And I'm going to share with you guys my journey with Facebook advertising. What I recommend you do if you ever play in this area. It may not be where you're at now. You may not even have a business page. But I want to share with you my journey from first going online, first starting a business page, the development of my business page, everything I know about branding, and the Facebook advertising, and how that's led me to get over 60 people in my network marketing team in the last few months. So if you want to know a little bit more about Facebook advertising, how to do it, how to play, I'm not going all the ins and outs of Ads Manager or anything like that, but I'm going to share with you what I would recommend. And I am going to share in that bootcamp. It may be a little bit beyond some of you in my coaching community, but at least it's recorded. And when you're ready for it, you can go back and watch the replay as to the progression of the types of ads that you should do, because there's actually a method to the madness in when you're in Ads Manager about what kind of ad you could start with aside from boosted posts, and then depending on the results of those ads, what you grow into. So unless you sort of follow that formula and you know what you're doing, then once again, you could be wasting a lot of money doing Facebook advertising when you don't really know what you're doing, or the objective you're using does not equal where you're at in your business. You know, you're trying to optimize for leads and you haven't even got any kind of clicks on your ad yet. Like those kind of things that you may not have any knowledge about. If you want to know a little bit about it, like it's not a full-on Facebook ads course or anything like that. I'm going to share with you my attraction marketing journey. And yes, some of that journey has included advertising on Facebook. Okay, so there's a couple of options there, up above in the links with what you need. Your branding, before you think about any of this, do not put a dime to Facebook advertising until you've got your branding on a business page worked out. Some of you may be saying, I don't want to do Facebook ads. Okay, so do I need a business page? I would still recommend it. Even if you're not going to do Facebook ads, I would still recommend you set up a business page. If you're serious about building your business online, on social media, and you're serious about building your business online and you're just playing around on your personal profile. So think about that for a minute. If you are serious about building your business online, you need a business page. But don't just set up a business page and have making money online type stuff written there or pictures of sunshine and roses, because the making money online thing won't get you very far in this world, in Facebook land, and the way that, you know, Facebook is moving in the future. And sunshine and roses and, you know, daffodils is not going to tell anybody how you're going to help them. So I hope that gives you some kind of context. I can't see any comments anywhere, so I can't pick up on any of your comments. I don't know even if you're leaving any comments, but I hope that's valuable. It just gives you a little bit of insight of what to be wary of in relation to Facebook advertising, and whether you're ready to play in that area, and whether you've got the foundational things set up before you play in that area. Do I suggest you play in that area? If that's where you want to go, absolutely. I wouldn't have achieved half the things that I've achieved unless I played in that area. I wouldn't be building my online following without playing in that area. Is it necessary? If you don't have the funds, can you build a business online without Facebook advertising? Yes, you can. It's just a choice to speed things up. That's all it is. So you can go online, you can build your business online. If you play around just on your personal profile, then be very careful what you're doing over there, and it's not meant for business anyway. So according to Facebook rules and policies, you should be over on a business page anyway. If you want people to take you seriously in building a business online, you should move into a business page. If you don't know what your brand is yet, then that's something that you need to explore and play around. There's a video I did, I'm not sure how many weeks ago, it was only like about 3 weeks ago or something. You can find it on my YouTube channel or in the video library. Like on this page, there's a tab on the side. If you're on a desktop computer, it's easier to find, and it just says videos. And all my videos pop up you know, in a row. Just find the one that says, have you found your purpose or passion or something like that? And that might help you explore what your brand might be. I'll digress if I start talking about that. So I won't do that. But if you go to my website, which is www.helenmartinonline.com, I've got a video library on there. So mindset training and network marketing training. And there's a link to my YouTube channel from the video library. So you could also go and find, you know, that training there. So there's lots of things to help you with, lots of free training over on my website and the YouTube channel. So there's lots of opportunities for you to get the information that you need to get you where you want to go. So just to summarize, please do not play in the world of Facebook ads unless, one, you have a properly branded business page with a minimum of 100 people likes on that page, and that you have some kind of valuable content on the page. Because you think about it, you put an ad up and somebody sees something and go, oh, that looks interesting. Where are they going to go to check you out? They're going to click on the link of your business page, of your ad, and go to your business page. And they go to your business page, and maybe your branding's sorted out, but you're talking about, it's about business. Let's say in my case, it's social media, but then I'm talking about recipes and gardening and horses and, you know, I'm all over the place with my content creation. People are not really, I'm going to confuse people. Confused people don't take action. Confused people don't do anything. Confused people will not stay with you online. So you got to be crystal clear, as much as you can be crystal clear. So I don't want you to all panic and go, well, I'm not quite sure yet. That's okay. Just start with something and grow into your brand. Your brand might change. Your direction might change. That's okay. But start with some kind of focus. Just not, it's Helen Martin here, and that's all there is. My branding on my page is I help home-based business owners build their business online. You know, with attraction marketing and video marketing and branding and all those kind of things. Like, it's very clear from my branding what I actually do. I'm not talking to you about horses or gardening or real estate or anything else. I'm teaching people how to build business online through social media. So my branding is very specific. All the content on this page 99% of it, other than personal photos of my family or something like that, is all revolved around that. There's no question what I do or what I'm teaching you. That's what you need to achieve for yourself on a business page. And that needs to be really, really clear before you think of doing any kind of advertising. Okay, so I hope I've given you some kind of insight. If you're a little bit clueless to that, if you've boosted posts before and you don't know what you're doing, and you've really got no idea what the strategy is around it, then please get some training around that. Before you go, and Facebook ads is one of the fastest way that you can lose money. So unless you really know what you're doing and you've got some training around it, then, if you've got money to burn, go for it. If you don't, just up your skill level a little bit before you play in that area, or you play in that world, or you play on that field. You know what I mean? So I hope that's valuable to some of you. If it is, put the word value down below. If it's not yet, at least it's something to think about for the future when you get to that point. So maybe you're not that serious about it yet, but you know what to be cautioned about and to be wary of when you move into that area. So I hope that's helpful to some of you that may not be there yet, but you're thinking about it, you're considering it, and bringing to light some of the things that you should be aware of or concerned about before you go into Facebook advertising. So once again, if you need help with branding, we start Monday with Build Your Brand on Facebook. The link is above. The second link, also next week. I'm a busy girl next week. And aren't we wrapping up the video challenge next week as well? Oh, it's all going on. I'm doing my attraction marketing bootcamp in my online crew coaching community where, there are people that are learning to be leaders online. So I'm going to go through that journey of where I started to, where I am now with the whole attraction marketing journey. And that includes Facebook advertising as well. So I'll give you a good insight into what I've done, what to be wary of, and all that kind of stuff. Okay. So I hope that's helpful to you. Some of you, if it is, put the word value down below. For those of you that have said hello to me and interacted, I will go back and, have a look at your comments shortly. Those of you in my coaching community, give me 5 minutes to change computers. I'm going to get on my computer and I've got something really exciting to show you. So I'm testing it out. I don't know if it's going to work yet, but I think it's really cool, something new that I've come across. And for those of you in the video challenge, anybody doing live video, I think you're going to, or training or anything online, I think this is really cool. So I'll see you over there, those of you in that community, hopefully in about 5 minutes time if you join me. If not, you can catch the replay of that one. So I'll see you same bat time, same bat channel tomorrow. Bye guys.